Hi, China Coyle here, the director at Beauti Software, and I'd love to give you a short walkthrough of our nurture campaign automations in the software and show you how incredible they are and how much time you're able to save. So what we have here is your pre and post appointment automations. So I'm going to show you through the pre automations at first. You can click there, add a new campaign. Every single campaign has the option of SMS and email, and of course you can do both for the same campaign. So let's start with SMS. What this does is allows you to create an automated message according to the service your client has booked in. So this means that as soon as a client makes an appointment for either any and all services or specific services, you can create a message tailored to that client. So we're going to say for all of our facial services, I'd like to automate a message to clients who are penciled in because it sends as soon as they've made the appointment. And I'm going to send it to clients once only because I'm going to include a consultation form here. You can see all digital forms are available in the drop down there. And when you click them, the link is added into the SMS area. Of course, you can use a link shortener if you want to here. And then we're going to add our message. You can use the placeholders, hi client first name, and add whatever message you want in here. So this may say, hi client, hi Taylor, looking forward to seeing you for your facial. Thanks so much for booking. We've added your consultation link below. Please complete this before you arrive so that we can be all ready to go for your appointment. Whatever information you want to add into that message, that will then automatically send to clients for the first time they come in for any of these services. So when we say send to clients once only, it means that a client who books in for a Clear My Complexion facial may have come for an eyebrow wax or lash extensions or whatever other service for the last year, but they've never booked in for this specific service or any of these services. It means they're still going to get sent the consultation form for this service, but it'll only happen one time. So they're not going to receive a consultation form every time they book in for an appointment. Now, another idea that you can do with these outside of your consultation forms is sending a message to somebody who's coming in for the first time ever to your salon. So let's say I want to send this to any client who books for any service the first time they ever visit the salon. This message may say something along the lines of, thank you so much for booking in at our salon. This is how to find our parking. This is what to expect during your experience. Please arrive 5 minutes early. This is our cancellation policy. So once again, you have freedom to type whatever you want in this area. There's no restrictions, so you can make your message sound as on point and on brand in your brand tone as you want it to be. Now we can also turn that off and we can select for a different service. So let's say back to the facials. Let's say for these specific facials, our clients need to stop using actives 5 days prior. So then we're going to do 5 days before any of these services. We're going to write a message to our client saying, looking forward to seeing you. Since you're booked in for this specific facial, we're going to need you to stop using any actives as of today to ensure your skin is ready for this service. So you have all of your placeholders here, which will automatically generate the client's first name. So it'll say, hey, Taylor, looking forward to seeing you, the business name, the booking time and date. Now, these are not just your client notifications to remind them of appointments. These are more specifically tailored to create an experience for your client prior to arriving in your salon. So for these prior, we can, of course, do consultation forms. First-time clients, giving them that beautiful message before they arrive to let them know all the information that they need to. 5 days before any services, if they need to stop using actives. Any information prior, maybe you do spray tanning and 24 hours or 48 hours before that service, you're going to want to send a message saying, please make sure you do this, that, or that before you come in and you don't do this. So you can create, like I said, as many as you want here for as many different service groups or single services. Now that's pre-appointment. Now let's go back to post-appointment here. And you can do the same thing after an appointment and also after a product has been purchased. So this example, I'm going to show you the email builder. We can do the exact same thing. So immediately after they come in for all services, it might be thank you so much for coming in. We look forward to seeing you next time, or specific services. So we're then going to say, let's pretend these are our peels. We're going to send this every time somebody comes in for one of these services. Now we can launch the email builder, and this is a very simple drag and drop process as well. So we're going to add an image here. Let's pop in our business banner with the logo and everything on it. You can add a link to your website behind that if you want to. And then you might want to give your client a little bit of information of what they can expect to experience after the service that they've had. So actually I can just click that. So let's say post-peel expectations. I've created this beautiful little poster in Canva, and we can also add links behind this. So if you're wanting to lead them to a page on your website or a more in-depth document, you can definitely do that. Or you can, of course, just add all the information here. We're going to maybe add a spacer, pop a little bit of variation in there. You might want to put a button underneath, maybe a video of what the client can expect from their skin over the period of time that they are going to have downtime, or they're going to experience differences in their skin while it's healing. You can get consultation forms here. You can get feedback forms. All of your links are there, and you can also generate a booking link as well. So you can ask them, pop a little text box underneath and say, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or concerns or you need our support. So you can create your emails to look and feel exactly how you want them to and stay on point for your brand. That will then automate according to what you've set up here. So as soon as the client leaves, after they've had these specific services, it's going to trigger that email to send out for them to learn about what they're going to experience post-peel. You can then do an additional one 24 hours after the same services. And you might want to do that as an email or an SMS and say, hi Taylor, just checking in to see how your skin is feeling today. Reach out if you have any questions or concerns. So there's a lot that you can do afterwards, not just your aftercare, but you might want to do a 5-day follow-up, checking in to see how you're feeling today. So these are all of the messages that you may send manually right now that Beauti Software is going to allow to send automatically, which means you have way less time on your phone after hours or between clients checking in. And also with our SMS, when the client replies to your automation, it's going to go directly into their profile. You're going to get notified of it and you can chat back and forth there. So with SMS, you can do the exact same thing immediately after, all the way up to 6 months after. And you can also, with this, ask the system to send it to clients with no upcoming appointments. So this is going to allow you to automate your We Miss You campaigns, send to clients with no upcoming appointments for any service. So if they haven't been in for any service in 3 months, they've got no future bookings in the calendar, we're going to automate a message and offer them a special reason to come back in. Now, with these, you can do as many as you want, like I said, and you can also do them for product purchases. So let's say a client purchases these specific products. We want to send them an email reminding them of how to layer those products properly at home. We want to check in 2 weeks later to see how those products are feeling on their skin. We want to do maybe a 6-week or an 8-week follow-up when their products are going to start getting low. So you can automate all of that on the back end. They're going to save in your list here, and they are going to constantly drip feed out to your clients without you having to manually manage that client communication and nurture. If you would like to jump in and have a tour of the full Beauti Software system, or you have questions, please feel free to reach out to us via email or our socials.